What's up everybody, it's D3 Monk here. I'm going to be talking about how I made my new logo in Blender 2.9. You can see we've got an animated D, the animated 3, we've got a UFO over the 3, and this blanket coming down over Monk before it's whisked away by the UFO. Okay, to start with, let's isolate this D, hide everything else, and let's drag this slider back. So to start with, I use soft body physics on the D, and it's got a hair particle system on it with some grass that I quickly made here in Blender. If we come into shaded mode here, you can kind of see the color. And I thought it would be really cool if the grass was yellow and turned green as it hit the water that was filling up the 3. So here's that look in soft body physics. I had to adjust some of the sliders because it was a little bit too soft, I thought, and I kind of had to mess with it a little bit, and then as it hits the 3, the grass grows a little bit and changes color from yellow to green, which I thought was a nice touch. So now let's pull this 3 back into this. So for the 3, what I have here is this number 3 that was used in a Pompins bold font. Just created a cage with it, and then I used that cage and put it inside of a fluid simulation and listed it as a collider. So I had to go inside and flip the normals, that way the fluid simulation would actually stay inside the 3 and not go outside the 3. And I had some scaling issues when I was doing it as well, but once I got those resolved, this was the result. It took a little bit of tweaking, but I finally got it, and the fluid splashing out of it is actually from a turbulence force that I added inside. Right when it hits it, boom, grass starts to grow, turns green. So I just took Monk here, created mesh from text, extruded it a little bit, and then I actually just hit it from the viewport before the cloth hits it, and then once the cloth hits it, I unhit it, and I use that as an animation parameter. You can see it right here at this 130 mark. So right now, what you're seeing, when you're seeing it here in the viewport, it's actually not visible in the render, and then it gets covered up by the cloth, so you're not actually seeing it until here, and then now it's actually appeared, and then this cloth is ripped away, revealing Monk. Now for the cloth itself, I actually just took a plane, subdivided it like a bunch of times, created a vertex group inside of it that is only able to collide with this sphere here. And you can see how this works. This ball is obviously not visible in the render. And it hits. I've animated the ball to fly up through it and mess and interact with that vertex group. Boom, and off the cloth flies. Pretty neat. For Monk here, I also have 3 separate particle systems on it called embers, which are actually being interacted upon. And so here's the force field right here. It's this wind force field. And so when they first shoot open, this wind jumps up quite a lot, forces the embers over, and then dies down immediately thereafter. And I timed it just right where the UFO flies over the top of the 3 and over the Monk to pull the cloth off of it so that it looked a little more realistic. And there it is. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to hit the like button and check me out on my Instagram or other social media platforms.